This is the inside of an Opcode Studio 128X. To pull it apart, there's a few screws. You need to take out one on the side here, and then there's a screw here, a screw here. You need to remove the 4 hex screws, standoffs there. Then there's a screw here, and a screw here, and a screw here. And then you just kind of pull it backwards. Whoops. And then the lid comes off. So there's very little documentation about this online, but I still think it's a great box. So I thought this video might help anybody who's interested in possibly repairing one of these. Not like there's really anything to go wrong. So just some interesting attributes that I found. These are the Midi Inputs right here, which correlate to these guys here. And it's in the Midi specification to have opto isolators on the inputs. So here's the opto isolators right here. And you can also see right here on these inputs, there's also some opto isolators. It follows that these outputs, if you have a device that is up to Midi spec, that your inputs on, say, your instrument would have these opto isolators built in. Some interesting things I see on here. It looks like Opcode actually manufactured their own ICs. I'm not really sure what these are for. Possibly something to do with MIDI, right? It's interesting to see these guys. I guess this is a couple capacitors, maybe for timing. I'm not really sure. Interesting AMD chip here. This looks like the microcontroller, and this is the software. This is the. Let's see if I can get this on video without it looking like crap. There you go. You can kind of see it. So it's got a software version and stuff. Interesting piece of electronics history. Back before these were just like flash memory, they used EEPROMs. But this isn't actually an EEPROM, which is an electronically erasable, programmable read-only memory. But this is not electronically erasable, it's UV erasable. So this label right here is actually shielding a little window that, oh, you know what? Yeah, okay, there's a window there, you can feel it. And if you do put a lot of ultraviolet into that, then it will start erasing the software. So that sticker is actually there so that ultraviolet light doesn't just, kill it. Like right now with all this light on it, if that window is off, I'd probably trash the software. And good luck finding, a memory dump of this. Anyway, take a look at this MIDI through switch. Yeah, that's quite the switch right here. Then you have power, or what have you. I gotta say, this thing is really nicely made. And there's not too much that could go wrong. I opened this up because I thought that there is possibly a dead battery inside because my software was acting up, but I've been playing around with reverse engineering it so much I wouldn't be surprised if I just flashed it with some hokey data or something and I just need to clear that out. But if you are opening this up to repair it, the things that I would look for first would probably be in power. This is a linear regulator. It will take an arbitrary amount of voltage and bring it down to something that this board can handle. So this sees power and it gets hot. That's why it's on the board like this. The board actually serves as a small heat sink. So check this, make sure that there's power going in and power coming out on these pins. I think the middle one is ground, so you want to see power on both sides. Electrolytic capacitors will dry up, but they only dry up after a very long time, decades. So you might replace these. The ceramic caps generally don't go bad. The reason why the electrolytics go bad is they're filled with oil, and after a while the oil starts to dry up and they don't serve the charging and discharging as they used to. And then of course, you know, check all the switches and pins and stuff to make sure that that's all working, but if it's not physically damaged, I couldn't see anything going wrong with it. So, okay, I just wanted to make a video of this while it was open so that you guys could see it. I don't really have a need to take the board out, but there's probably nothing interesting on the bottom. I bet this is through hole. So let's go over it top to bottom, and then that'll be it for the video. So here's the top. All this stuff. Yeah. Okay, and one more this way, just cause maybe this will help you guys. Take a piece out and maybe you'll find a resistor value or something. And there you go. Alright. And just a heads up, when I mentioned reverse engineering, I am producing an OS agnostic driver for this that will still work with the serial port, but it's running in Python, so it'll run in Linux, Windows, you can run it on Mac or whatever, unless you want to be super cool and use your Apple Talk. Okay, alright, thanks for watching.